are on board. Welcome on to the Harmony of the Seas, guys. Let's go. Alright, hi guys, we are officially on board the Harmony of the Seas. We got into our cabin at 1 p.m. and as we were walking out of our cabin to go grab some lunch, the suitcases were already outside our door, so that was perfect timing. Now we've had lunch, we've unpacked everything, and now we are free to just enjoy this wonderful cruise. We will be going down to Mexico and to Honduras. It'll be our first time that we're in Honduras, so let's see what that is like. But other than that, we are so happy to be on board. The first time that we're cruising out of Galveston. We are here at the port now. It was relatively easy going once we got to the port. The problem, at least for us, is that it's quite difficult to get to the port of Galveston. So from Finland, we have direct flights to Dallas, but no direct flights to Houston. Of course, we could transfer and get to Houston if we wanted to, but we decided to fly into Dallas. We got a rental car. And you would have just seen in the intro our few days in Houston. We drove down to Houston once we landed in Dallas, and we were hanging around there for the last couple days. We had some wonderful barbecue in Houston, and then we tried one of the local burger joints, Whataburger. It is a chain, but still it's local to Texas. This is where it started, and those burgers were delicious. Great start to our vacation. We love Texas so far. Everybody is so super friendly, but let's see if we ever come to Galveston again, just because of the logistics involved to get to the port. We were staying in a hotel in Houston near the Houston airport, and then from there we took an Uber down to Galveston, which was about an hour and 15 minutes drive with the Uber, but it was fine. We got an Uber very quickly, and it costs something like $80 from the Houston airport down to Galveston to the port here. So not too bad. We were trying to weigh all of the options. We had the rental car, which we returned yesterday because there was no place in Galveston that we could have returned or done a one-way rental. So that's why we didn't drive down here ourselves. But let's see, it's now more familiar to us. We've done it once, and let's see if we're back here sometime in the future. But now it's time to enjoy this cruise. They are still bringing everything on board that we need for our cruise. And it's interesting, there's some kind of special alcohol law in Texas because there's limited bar service until we get over into international waters. So they have a special menu, I'll put it here, with like a limited selection, but they still have like beers and wines and even hard liquor on there, so it's somehow just restricted, so they don't have the full menu available. I don't know why, I don't know the law in detail, but that's what they said. So we have a Texas menu as we sail away today, and then once we get out to international waters, then we'll have the full bar service. But I think even with the limited selection now, there's plenty for anybody to choose from. So we were actually expecting it to be a lot more limited than it is. So all good there. Let's go enjoy this cruise. All right, so yesterday was our first day on board. It was a little bit of a challenging day, I would say. Not everything went exactly as we had hoped. I don't know how much I want to go into it, but let me just give you a couple details. So we went for dinner in the coastal kitchen, and the soup that my husband got was a little bit, like, for the lack of better words, slimy. Like, it was a little bit jelly-like. And not like creamy like a tomato soup should be, or like, you know what I mean. A tomato soup should not be like gelatinous or slimy. We had a similar experience on our last cruise in one of the specialty restaurants with their pumpkin soup. I think I mentioned it in the vlog from that day. So that makes me now think that they have changed the supplier of their soups, because now we've had the same experience on 2 different ships. So I'm wondering if they've done something to get soups from a different supplier, maybe a cheaper supplier, who knows, but the soups right now are not our favorite. And then the main course, we got the filet mignon, which is usually our favorite meal on the ship in the coastal kitchen. The meat taste was fine. It was okay. The mashed potatoes that came with it and everything was great, but the consistency of the meat was a bit weird. Like when you cut into it and when you were chewing it, the consistency was just a little bit mushy. Like somehow the meat itself felt like it was, the consistency of it was just off. So we were trying to ask the waiter like how they prepared the steaks, just to understand why. Maybe we should have gotten medium rare instead of medium, but even though we've gotten medium in the past, they haven't been a consistency like we had yesterday. So again, maybe it was just a bad piece of meat, who knows, but just a little bit of challenges with the food. But on the positive side, we went to the Windjammer for lunch, and the Windjammer food was amazing. But now with our experience yesterday, we probably won't be spending any money on any of the specialty restaurants this cruise. We've felt on many previous cruises that it's not always worth the money to pay anything extra, because the basic food that's included is already so good that then paying the, I don't know, like $50 on top for something special just doesn't feel worth it, because the food that's included is already at such a high standard. And we really love the Windjammer. The selection is always really good, so you always find something that you're in the mood for. They also have mini bites on this ship, which is basically like the El Loco Fresh on other Oasis class ships at the moment. So they have the tacos, quesadillas, the Mexican stuff there. So I think we'll be visiting that place a couple times along the way as well. And then another challenge we had is our bed. I'm fine because I'm a good sleeper and I love a soft bed, but the bed for my husband is a bit too soft. He's feeling like he's sleeping in a hammock because he just sinks down in. And I'll show you a little bit later, but the comforter that's like on top, or not the comforter, but like the top mattress, it's just like a foam mattress. It's super soft, so it doesn't really give any kind of support, and it's like oversized. It doesn't fit the bed, so we're wondering if it's someone has requested it, that it's like a softer than normal one. I don't know, we'll have to ask our stateroom attendant. But anyway, we are still on board. Yesterday was a bit of a funny day because of the Texas liquor law, so there was a limited menu in the bars, but that was freed up at around 6 once we got into international waters. So now the full bar menu is available, and I think we'll have a great cruise. We already saw dolphins, so check. We've seen something fun in the ocean. I've kept an eye out, but I haven't seen any since we left the port, but maybe we'll see more as we get into Cozumel and the other ports. We should be in Cozumel tomorrow, so on day 3 for you guys. But thank you for joining me for not only day 1 but our intro into Houston. We really loved Texas, so we'll probably be back to Texas sometime in the future just for a normal land vacation maybe. The people were so nice, so great first impression of Texas. I will see you on the vlog next time. Bye guys.
About to leave, already packing, come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know.